Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have the incredible privilege to drive a turbocharged Mustang. This is a 2008 California Special, and it is equipped with a Helion turbo kit. It's a 76mm turbo, it's pushing about 15-ish pounds of boost, and it has around 600 wheel horsepower. So it's no slouch, to say the least. It's weird because I did own one of these cars at one point, but not even close to what this monster is. Not even close. It's funny because we're on a back road right now, which I do the majority of my reviews on, and you know, handling's not usually a problem, but this time around the car doesn't have a front sway bar on it. So when you get on it and the boost kicks in, the nose kind of picks up like that and throws you back in the seat, and it gives you more traction. So basically it's kind of a trade-off for what you're going for. And this one is definitely straight line speed. It's the Coyote motor definitely feels lighter up front, but so far I'm not complaining. Being a turbo car, it definitely backfires and crackles and all that good stuff. Brett tells me that when he goes to car meets, he's always pushing in the clutch so it doesn't do it as much. Makes sense, and probably stays away from some unwanted attention, if you know what I mean. The car has Shelby wheels on it. They're CS40s. They're 20x8 in the front and they're 20x10 in the back. I will say I do bog this car a lot, even though it's only been a few minutes of driving it. But it's equipped with the Hurst shifter. And the Hurst shifter, it's a love-hate relationship for many people. A lot of people love it, but a lot of people hate it too. It's extremely notchy, and it's even more notchy than my Barton is, and the Barton is already crazy notchy. But this is to the point of, it feels like you almost have to slam it in it to get into gear. But it is very confidence-inspiring knowing you're in the gear rather than something spongy or a car with broken bushings or something like that. It's not that bad. Best pass Brett ever did in it was an 11.02 at 128. So it's definitely no slouch, to say the least. The clutch is also pretty aggressive as well. It has a stage 3 clutch in it, and it's kind of firm, and it has a little bit of play in it, but not much. You have to get your shifts pretty right or you bog like this guy. I didn't do too well when I first started, but I'm getting used to it over time. It's funny because Brett actually bought a clutch for this car that was supposedly basically unbreakable, and he went one pass down the drag strip one time and it just basically exploded into a bajillion pieces, and so much for that false advertising, right? The car also has a built motor. It has 3 basically supercar fuel pumps. Think it's just sucking in fuel. It just feed the turbo and feed the injectors and everything, and it's just monstrous when you get on it. You feel everything kick in at once, and the power band is actually very smooth. It's not very, it has the turbo drama, but it gives you just enough of a chance to get ready for it. You hear it start to spool up and you're like, oh, I better hold on. The car's stance is also very beautiful when it goes down the road. The California Special body that comes with it, it kind of gives it a lower profile along with the IPOC Pro kit Brett has on the car. And when it's going down the road, you know, the front lip kind of deal that the California Special has on the factory bumper, it just looks gorgeous, especially in this color. I know it's shocking that I like a blue car, but I still really like it. And going down the road, it looks pretty menacing. And ease into it. Oh man. I'm gonna proceed not to try and laugh like a little schoolgirl. Oh man, that was not slow by any means, but I think I hit a whole 5 miles an hour. It was really intense. But yeah, the front end definitely kicks in. You look down, you're like, oh, whoops, that's not right. The red line is about 6,700 RPM, so it is more reminiscent of the older days of Ford, quote unquote. So it is kind of weird that I'm not revving it out as high, but with this kind of power, you're gone by the time you even need to shift half the time. It just comes on so hard and so quick that the experience of it is just so intense, and I love it to death. The bad part is like, after driving this, I'm like, I need it. I need boost in my life, and it sucks because it's so expensive. The hood on this car is actually a 2.5-inch cowl hood from Cervini's. You guys might know Cervini from the body kits they make for the Mustangs. They've been making body kits for years for the Mustangs, like the Stalker kit, which is kind of awkward when it says Stalker on the back, but whatever. Moving on. The hood looks really nice on this car. It fits the character of this car, and along with this color. This is actually Helion's full race kit on this car. It's catless, it has 3-inch piping, all that shenanigans. It is a just awesome experience. But Helion also makes a street kit as well, but it's like 2.5 inch piping and not the 3-inch. So it's definitely a different kit for sure. Rolling into second. I do love Helion. But another thing I would like to add is driving it not in boost, because right now, you know, it's at like negative whatever pounds of boost. It drives just like a stock Mustang. My 06 drove just like this before it hit boost. It had a very nice cruising. I mean, remember, it is catless and stuff like that, but it's nowhere near drony. It's not drony, it's not obnoxious. It's just nice and smooth. The power band, even when you're in it, it's not that loud. It's very, I guess you could say it's kind of civilized. I know, I'm saying the Turbo Mustang is civilized, but overall, I'm not getting exhausted driving this. It's not like it's 2 subwoofers in my ear drone like my 06 was. And overall, it's just a fantastic car. If you guys didn't notice, in one of my last videos where I went to a Toys for Tots event up in Fredericksburg, we cruised together on the highway, and the drivability is totally there. It looks nice and smooth. It doesn't look like it's getting in and out of boost and getting swirly all the time. It just nice and just smooth going down the road. It's not obnoxious, and it cruises just like a normal car. It's fantastic to see too, because when you see the car going down the road, you just know what's under that hood and what it is capable of. But when it's cruising down the road, since you can't see an intercooler or anything because it's hidden, you just think it's a bolt-on Mustang. And it's funny because a lot of people fall for it that it's a bolt-on Mustang, and it's not. Let's see if we can get the blow-off valve on camera. There we go. There it is. Whoosh! It's so great. It's like the horse is sneezing. Alright, just for old time's sake, one more time. Go down and roll into it. Woo! Oh man. Thing is bonkers! So, I would like to thank Brett so much for letting me drive this car. It was a very intense privilege, and I understand letting somebody drive this car is no easy feat because of, you know, it's his baby, and I appreciate that so much. So, thank you so much for letting me drive this, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Oh, and one more thing. The car does some wicked donuts.